Hello, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Snow, and I taught first grade for a long time. And one of my favorite things to do was read stories to boys and girls in my class. And today I would like to read a story to all of you. I know I'm in Mrs. Wishy-Washy's classroom, but Mrs. Wishy-Washy and I, we kind of like to work together. So I hope you enjoy this story. The title of the story is The Bunny of Bluebell Hill. I'm a little new at using the video to show you the storybook, so I hope that it will work out. Some of the time I don't think you'll see me in the video. You'll really just see the book. Let's get started. The Bunny of Bluebell Hill. Isn't that a lovely little bunny there, all dressed up in the blue coat, and my favorite butterflies are flying around. At the top of Bluebell Hill, there was an old oak tree, and underneath that oak tree, there was a burrow. And in that burrow lived a bunny. It was a very nice burrow with 4 little rooms and bluebells growing by the front door. But Bunny didn't like it. I'm bored with this burrow, said Bunny to herself. I'm tired of walking up and down this hill. I'm fed up with being hit on the head by acorns. And I am very, very bored with bluebells. I want an exciting new home. So without further ado, she set off to find herself one. Bunny's friend, Squirrel, took her to see the high-rise treehouse. But Bunny didn't have a head for heights, and her big paws just weren't meant for jumping about from branch to branch. I'm sorry, said Bunny. I think I need something a little closer to the ground. The next animal Bunny visited was Badger. He lived in a mossy bank in the heart of the old forest. It was dark and still among the trees, and there weren't many passers-by, which was just the way Badger liked it. But it's too quiet for me, said Bunny. If you like company, why not try living by the river, suggested Otter. There's always lots going on down there. But Bunny only had to take one look at Otter's houseboat to know that it wouldn't suit her. It's much too wet here for me, she wailed. Then what about the meadow where Field Mouse lives, suggested Otter. Field Mouse seemed happy living on the meadow, but no matter how hard she tried, Bunny just could not get comfortable there. For a start, there was no shade anywhere, and when the sun beat down, it was very hot, and the pollen from the poppies was extremely sneezy, and the wheat stalks were scratchy. So that was no good either. Wow, Bunny's having quite a time, isn't Bunny? Let's see now. What about Owl's house? Suggested Field Mouse. Owl lived in the loft of the old barn. It was certainly dry and very clean, but there was something wrong with that too. It's just too drafty, said Bunny. Would she ever find a new home? I have to move the book so I can get the words on the screen. In the shadow of the mountain, the little rabbit found an empty cave. It was slightly gloomy, but at least there was lots of space. She thought it might be just the place until she heard a rumbly sound, a low, grumbly, growly sort of sound. Then she realized it was Bear's house. And Bear snores too much, said Bunny. I couldn't possibly live near him. See the sign that says the cave? Oh, yes. Bunny was about to give up looking when she came across a smart blue door amongst the twisted roots of a chestnut tree. This would be perfect, said Bunny to herself. But something seemed wrong. The place had a funny smell, a frightful, foxy sort of smell. Suddenly, Bunny felt very afraid, and she ran away as fast as she could. Bunny ran and ran past the barn and the field, the river and the forest, all the way back to Bluebell Hill. She ran up the hill, past the bluebells and the oak tree, and straight in through her own front door. Bunny looked around her little burrow. It's not too hot or too wet. It's not too quiet or too noisy. In fact, it's the perfect place for me, said Bunny happily. And so it was. And there's a sign that says Bluebell Hill. And the sign by her lamp says, Home, sweet home. Boys and girls, I think that we all have a special place with our families, or maybe even sometimes our grandparents, that is special and a place that we like to be. And that's certainly, it took Bunny a little time to realize that she already had the place she wanted. I hope that you're enjoying some good days at a special place. Until next time, I'll be coming back to visit Mrs. Wishy-Washy's classroom to read more stories.